Hey everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So today we are finishing off this little she shed. I don't know if you remember, we painted it and we ended up getting, so we had so many different, and we still have so many different colors of red. And so we thought we picked out the right red. Some Berry Fest stuff and some of our barn red paint all got mixed up together. And so we have these 4 different gallons of paint right there. And all of them look a little different. And so the girls here, Cheyenne, the bride, and I forgot your name.
Victoria.
Victoria, she was the bridesmaid? Another bridesmaid? Yeah, another bridesmaid came out here and are helping fix this up. So that way, this is where Cheyenne's gonna get her hair done. We're gonna be doing some updos for that day, which is gonna be super exciting. So we're repainting that. I got a nice little brush, I'm gonna do the edges. And then we're gonna hopefully bust out this trailer, and this is gonna be the end of the painting, because I'm done painting. Everyone's done painting. We're finished painting, right?
Yeah.
Painting so many things. Painting fences, so many stuff, so many things. All right, so let me show you what John and Bryson are doing, the groom. They are putting up a pole so that they could put on, some curtains? What is it? Is it like a material?
The DIY tent. Yeah,
It's gonna kind of drape down on the sides, right?
the drapes.
Yeah, so that's what we're working on. That's what the guys are working on today. And we're gonna be working on painting this trailer. So let me show you what the guys are working on. Are they working over here? So, if you can see, we have that pole. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so here's a pole right here. And then there's another pole. I don't know if I'm pointing at it, somewhere over there. So, are you guys gonna be putting these poles straight up and down like that?
No, we're gonna put them crooked like that.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be like a circus tent.
I mean, it would be kind of cool, but no, that wasn't the plan.
All right. So yeah. So then they're gonna drape. Here, you go ahead and tell them.
Then we're gonna put a cable across the top, some support cables going down, and the cable across the top will be tight. And then from that, we'll attach the lights and go down, so it'll look like a tent.
Very
But it's
nice.
just gonna be lights.
Very nice. Are you excited, Bryson?
Yeah.
And there's gonna be lights everywhere, right? We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, there's lights everywhere.
Yeah. Yesterday they came by and we did a run through of all the things that needed to be done. And so this was the biggest one, is to get these, yeah. Because they're gonna have, what are you gonna have, like drapes coming down the side?
Yeah, drapes to cover up some of the uglier stuff, and then
Yeah.
we'll have a bunch of lights strung. So it's gonna be an airless tent, and we're just doing the frame of it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
It's gonna be so exciting. And they're gonna have the food. We talked about the food's gonna be right over here.
Nope.
The DJ is gonna be somewhere right in
Nope,
here.
in the barn.
Oh, right over here in the barn area. And then this area right here is gonna be like the smoking, alcohol, beer garden. Beer garden, there you go. It's gonna be the beer garden. And what else? And then he has a cigar roller.
A cigar roller.
A couple different types of rollers to come out here, and they're gonna roll cigars and stuff like that for people. And then what else? Food, cakes. Your cake is like 4 layers.
4 tier.
Four
tier
tiers.
cake. Yeah, I've got a lot of people to feed, so.
It's gonna be so. How many guests?
I don't know. Yeah, I think we're like between like 150, 170.
It's gonna be so exciting. So this is gonna be all the seating area right in here, and then we have like, what kind of games do you have? You have a few different games, right?
We were thinking about doing cornhole.
Yeah.
And then Cheyenne really wants to set up Mario Kart, Mario Party on a projector, and have people be able to play that.
Yes.
That's
That's gonna be fun, because we're gonna clean out one of the barns, and we have a projector, and so they came up with the idea. Now that's gonna be really cool to put the Mario Kart on the wall, and then people can go in there and play and just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
what
gonna be
it's all
really
about.
fun.
Just we're gonna have fun.
And I totally forgot to mention that tree.
Yeah, the tree busted a limb.
So, while Bryson was on his bachelor party, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
where'd you go?
you mentioned how windy and rainy it got in her
Yeah.
last video.
Yeah.
And just a few days after that, a big branch off of the eucalyptus that sits over the pond came down.
Can you believe that, you guys? It just missed the bridge that they just put up. It just missed it, just barely. Just,
Yeah, that was my first question.
Right.
What's damaged?
So, but it's huge. Let me go show you. Let me go show them how big it is. It's huge. So thank God we trimmed off a bunch of limbs, you know, off in this area right here. But I don't know if you can see how big. Let me stop walking and zoom in. But do you see that right there? It's huge. And so it happened just a couple days ago. Like, I want to say, yes, just a couple days ago. And I was out here turning off the water to the out back, you know, all our pomegranates and trees back here. Went back, started milking the goats, and then all of a sudden the dogs were barking like just really fiercely, just so ferocious. And so I came out to see what had happened, and this humongous branch, look at that, just missed the bridge. You can see that. If it was just swayed a little bit, it would have really hit the bridge. But this huge branch broke. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Huge. So, and it broke a limb off of our pomegranate tree right over there. So, yeah. What a crazy bummer. I mean, thank goodness it missed our little benches on the other side, but it's massive. Just massive. I mean, look at that. It could have just leaned and just fell right on the bridge, but it didn't. And the bridge is looking so stinking cute. We still need to do the side panels though. So that is pretty much what is happening. Back to work, getting some stuff done, getting a lot of things done around the property. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look at my seedlings last night because it got so late and I was so pooped out. Look at this huge spider web. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see it, but it's huge. I don't want to touch it. Oh, look at that. So here are some of the seedlings, and they do need water bad. All right, let me go ahead and water these really fast. All right, you guys. So we are finished painting. Well, actually, we're not quite finished. We're finished painting all of the red on the she shed, and we just need to touch up all the white, but we had to wait for the red to be done first, like drying, before we touch up the white. So that's what's happening over there. And then the rest of the people left because it is like about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock now. And so Bryson, the groom, is still here, and they're finishing off the little bridge. They're painting underneath it. Let me show you the little cottage, the little garden really fast. It's looking really good right now. Guys, today was a hot day. Whew. So we're out here working. So I planted a bunch of plants in here, like a bunch of annuals. We planted some vinca, some white vinca, and some yellow marigolds right in there. We planted some hot pink petunias, but everything's looking really good. I think I already showed you the garden earlier, but I completely forgot because it's later in the day. But look how good it's looking so good. So, but everyone is over at the bridge right now, and they're painting underneath the bridge. So let me go show you how that's looking. It's looking really good. Look at these containers. It's looking so sweet. So cute. We still need to clean up all these. I think I'm going to put these containers right here. These are the containers that we had at Berry Fest, and they still look really good. I've been watering them. Some of them, like that one in the back, is not, but these ones right here I think are looking pretty good. Those ones right there. So I think I'm going to move them to the little cottage and kind of just put them right along the side on the outside. And that looks so cute. So the garden has been weed eated. Well, we've been working on it all day today. Look at this. So that garden bed is ready to go. Just gotta wait for some amendments. Next to the carrots, I gotta harvest all those carrots, and that's ready to go. The bed with the broccoli and the spinach, cleared that out, so that's good to go. These beds right here are good to go. Look at that. looking so good. And let's see what other. I need to remove all of the garlic, and then that bed's ready to go too for some plantings. So that's exciting. So I could plant some tomatoes, but I do need to get all of the amendments like the mushroom compost. I need some more mushroom compost because the soil is, you know, did settle a little bit. All right. So now we're coming upon the little bridge. It's looking so cute. So we ended up having this, you know how at the paint store, if someone makes a mistake on paint, then you get it for cheaper. So we found this decking like stain, but it looks like chocolate brown. So we already painted the ground that, so then we decided, why not paint the rest? Right, Vic? Exactly. Do you see all her little freckles? Look at all her freckles. So she's been painting, and yeah, see, she has to get the roof, and so she has all those little natural freckles from painting. But that's how it's looking. It's looking so good. And then we're gonna put some. I'm gonna build some little bars to put, or little tables to put out right there, so people can sit afterwards.
Yes, it's gonna be so good.
Isn't it gonna be so cute? And then we're gonna put the siding on still. John's probably gonna, I don't know, maybe finish it this Sunday, probably. And then paint the white and all that stuff. It's gonna look so cute. I cannot wait. But everything's coming together really nicely. I'm gonna go into the big garden and plant some flowers around the rose bush, and then plant some tomatoes, and yeah, some good stuff. So hopefully, I don't know, we get some of those things growing soon. All right, see you later, Vic.
Bye.
Oh yeah, look at that. Everyone was playing on the rope swing. Was the rope swing fun?
So much fun. Yeah, we kept going on it.
Yeah, it is so much fun. I have yet feel confident in myself to go on it. I don't know why. I feel like the rope is not sturdy, but does it feel sturdy?
It's so sturdy.
Yeah?
It's so sturdy, yeah. It's so much fun.
I don't know.
Once you go once, you won't go back.
Yeah?
You gotta go, keep going.
Oh my goodness. It looks fun. It looks fun. Everyone looks like they're having a good time. All smiles all the way. But I need to try it. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, and then in here, my goodness, they said there's some big ass black widows in the cottage, which I do know. I have seen them, but I've only seen them early. Oh, there's one's out right now. One is, oh, there's another one. Do you see that big black widow? Do you see that, you guys? Big mamma jamma right there. And then there's another one right up there. Right in that crevice. I don't know if you can see her. Let me see if I can zoom in. Big black widow. Holy schmoly. Yeah, if you think that's a shadow up in the corner, that's not. That's a black widow. It's so crazy. Yeah, so there's quite a few. Yeah, I need to have John come in here. And they move from location to location, but look, that one's a big one. Usually they're not out. But today they're out, so I'm gonna have the guys take care of that immediately. But that's how everything in the cottage, the garlic is drying in there, everything's looking really good. Other than that, just gonna get to planting. That's what I need to do. I started planting some tomatoes yesterday. This is my, sometimes when I'm over here in the cottage, I don't want to walk all the way around. We have one entrance into this gate, like one small entrance, and it's all the way over there. And there's times where I don't want to walk through that gate, so I'm gonna build myself a little gate over here, because that's how I've been getting on there, like onto this side. I just use a bucket and the crate, and yeah, John's like, would you stop doing that? But you know, so I need to harvest some carrots. I want to plant up the rose bush right there. I want to plant some tomatoes probably over there, and some more tomatoes right there. Actually, pretty much all the garden beds with the trellis, I want to plant tomatoes in, and I feel like I have enough. So let's go ahead and get started on planting these tomatoes. I'm excited. Oh, and I also have eggplant and peppers. Oh my gosh, I have so many things to plant and harvest as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the harvesting of the carrots. And then John's over here working in the barn, so let me show you what he's doing. So in here, we had the ground was uneven right here because of the roots that were growing. And so we had to cut all the way across right there. And now John just broke up with the excavator. So he just broke up the concrete with the excavator. And now we're just gonna clear that out, probably put some, he said some kind of gravel down. So there's a certain kind of gravel that you use for this. So that's what he's gonna be doing. And that's what's happening. A lot of things happening. A lot of things. So let's go ahead and get started in planting those tomatoes. And I'll show you where we plant them and all that good stuff. I might have to use some potting soil because some of the areas that I want to plant the tomatoes, it's not quite any more soil. So I might use some potting soil. I don't know. We'll see. I might just plant the ones I can plant. But let's see what I got. All right, so let me go and grab my stuff and then we can get started on all this planting. Get started. All right, so over here in this garden bed, I've added a little bit more soil into the garden bed. I ended up having some potting soil that I just, had some leftover potting soil from doing containers. So I ended up dumping it in here to kind of level it out a little bit. And now this is the garden bed. I planted some tomatoes right along the edge right there, some like cherry tomatoes, and I'll go through the variety that I planted. And then over here, I'm gonna plant some eggplants. Because my hope is that when the sun is at its highest, like the heat, that these eggplant will be shaded by these tomatoes. So what we have going here is some, let's see, this is the eggplant little fingers. And I bought these from the nursery because my eggplants did not pop up. So I have bought 2 of these and I have 3 of the bigger Black Beauty eggplants. Let's see, they're right over here. And so I'm just gonna plant 2 of them right on the back side and then 3 of them right here in the front. So we're gonna put the 2 lady fingers, little fingers, not lady fingers, little fingers right there. And we're gonna do the 3 of the Black Beauties right here in the front. I think that's gonna look so good. I cannot wait to get some eggplant from these 5 eggplants right here. It's gonna look so good. All right, so let's get to planting and then I'll show you the other varieties of tomatoes that I planted on the other side of the trellis. Alright, so I am finished planting for today. So let me just share with you what I planted in the big garden. So right over here in the same bed that I planted those eggplants, right over here, we planted a bunch of cherry tomatoes and they're just different varieties. So this one's a tomato, it's called Berry Crazy Cherry. So I have 2 of those. And then I have over here, this one is Brad's Atomic Grape. So I have 2 of those. And then at the very end over here, I have the Atomic Fusion. And these, I believe these ones are the ones that I got from the local nursery. And so they had 6 in a pack. And it was just a variety of different cherry tomatoes, so you could try it out. And I thought, you know, it's because my tomatoes were stunted. I think this is a great substitute instead of planting them from seed. I mean, I wish all my seedlings popped up, which, no, I take that back. They did pop up. It's just that I put them out too early. And so, yeah, they never grew past like this big. But that's okay. We still have some cherry tomatoes planted, so I'm happy about that. What else did we do? So we planted the eggplant. Look at these containers, you guys. Aren't those so sweet? So in these containers, we have some lavender on both ends. I put some marigolds in there. We have some petunias, these hot pink petunias. We have some cilantro right there and some basil right there. And so I kind of did all of them pretty similar like that, because these were the bins that we had the strawberries in, but all of the strawberries died. So so that is what we have going on. And then over here, let's see, where else did I plant tomatoes? Right here. So over here by the basil, I planted some tomatoes over here, and these are the tomatoes that I ended up getting from Costco, and this is the pineapple pig, tomato pineapple pig. I've never tasted these tomatoes, so I cannot wait. And this one's too small. They say to take off the blossoms because they're too small to really put their energy into setting fruit right now. So right now I just want them to put all of their energy into growing big and, you know, getting super established. So then on this side right over here, whoopsie daisy, on this side right here, we have some black beauties right in there. We got 4 of those. And then on another trellis, I put a bunch of pink Berkeleys. Let's see, I think, let's see if they're over here. No, these are, what are these? Celebrity Plus. I don't know where you're looking, what I had you pointing at. But these are Celebrity Plus right in through here. And I want to say, did I get these ones? I think I also got these from the nursery as well. Did I? Yes. Yes, I did. So we got the Celebrity Plus from the nursery, and this is came in a little 6-pack, so I planted them all right here. And then we have some squash right in there, some zucchini. I believe that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. I lost the tag for that. So, and then over here we have, let's see here, these are the early Girl Plus on this side. We have a couple different varieties. So we have the Early Girl Plus, and then we have Ace 55. So we have 3 of the Ace 55 and 3 of the Early Girl Plus. That's what we have going right there. And then what else? The beans are looking really good, you guys. Look at that. I'm hoping that the beans are gonna trellis. They're getting there. You see that? They're getting there. I mean, this side I did plant some more right there, but I don't know if they're going to grow. So right there, I did buy a 6-pack, but I forgot to water them. But I'm hoping that they're gonna make a comeback. But that's looking pretty nice. I hope they get bigger. And this, I thought it was dead because it didn't get any water, but look, some babies are coming back. So that is how the garden's doing. This one is another garden bed I have to amend and get all the weeds out of. And that one right there, that one I have to amend and get all the weeds out of as well. Oh, and then this one, this is some more tomatoes right over here. I think these are the pink Berkeleys. Let me see if I left a tag. Yes, these are the pink Berkeleys right here. So I planted 4 of them right in there. All right, so that is what we have going. We still have to harvest a bunch of carrots and things like that, but I need to go and milk, so it's time. And that's pretty much it. So let's see, we got a lot of things done today. I still need to plant these peppers right there. We have a bunch of, let's see, some bell peppers, some just regular bell peppers. This one is some, I believe, some hot peppers, a little 6-pack. So I gotta find a place for those, but it's all coming together, you guys. It's all coming along pretty fast, actually. So I'm glad I weed eated the garden and got all the weeds kind of knocked down, and now just working on the garden beds, one garden bed at a time, which is a lot of work. A lot of work. All right, so that is what's happening, and then they almost have the little bridge kind of halfway done. We still have to do the ceiling for that, the little bridge over there. And I think that's pretty much it. And let me see, John got the poles up. Do you see that? We have this pole right here and that pole. I don't know if you could see it right there somewhere. There it is, right there. So we have those poles up, and that is what's going to, he's going to put some kind of cable that goes across, and then we're going to hang the drapes and the lights and all that stuff from there. So that's going to be really crazy and so cool. And then here's the projects right here. We knocked down all, he pulled out all the cracked cement, because this part right here was just the roots from the eucalyptus tree was popping up all the cement. And then we found out, because we didn't know this, but we have a lift. We have a lift in our barn that we use, and we did not realize that the floor was floating. So no one's going to be using the lift anytime soon until we can fix that. We didn't know that. That's dangerous. All right, so that is pretty much it for today. Oh, I forgot to let out the chickens. Darn it. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff done today. So that's exciting. Everything's coming together. They're going to be coming back tomorrow to come to, do a little bit more work tomorrow. But that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just going to let the little chickens out just so they could enjoy the rest of the day. Come on, guys. Here they go. Come on, ladies. Come on, guys. One of them, we had a dog over, and that's not used to chickens or livestock, and I believe it's that white one, or no, the big white one that's inside. Got some of her feathers taken out right there. Do you see that? She was not injured, but my goodness, she did get a bunch of feathers ripped out of her. Poor thing. But if you could tell that her back is still, like, she still has a ton. She's scared to come out. Come on. I don't blame her. Come on. Yeah. But that's how they're doing. They're doing really well. Everyone's doing really well. So hopefully you enjoyed this video of me just showing you little bits and clips of what's happening. Oh my goodness, you guys, our dogs, they take everything to this area. Shoes, everything. It's like a little playpen. My goodness. All right, so that's pretty much it. Take care, be safe. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.